Everybody, welcome back to the Purplatypus is the name, and it is time to plant seeds for the future with Seed of Nostalgia. You know, they say you reap what you sow, so you gotta sow good seeds. And this is where we start. If you're watching this, the Kickstarter for Seed of Nostalgia has just gone live. Now, I'm going to go all over this. We're going to look at basically what the Kickstarter is, what the game is going to be, and all that kind of stuff. But two things I want to point out first. One, this is not a sponsored video. I'm not being paid. They didn't even request that I make a video covering the Kickstarter. I just saw this game. I was really excited for it. And I enjoy supporting JRPGs. And I believe that if you want to get good games that you like, you got to kind of put your money where your mouth is. And so that is what I am doing here with Seed of Nostalgia. Another game that I've covered in the past actually is Hymn to the Earless Gods. This is another JRPG made by someone I really like. That's not what this video is about, but I'm just basically showing this that this is not the first time that I've covered something like this. So what is this game? I mean, we could read about it. There'll be a link down below. You can read about it, but it's a JRPG inspired by SNES and PS1 games. So if you like Chained Echoes, if you like Chrono Trigger, if you like, I mean, heck, Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy VII, you like Sea of Stars, right? Countless others, just really high quality single player JRPGs, then Seed of Nostalgia is a game that you're going to be interested in. Absolutely. I'm not going to play the trailer right now. It is good, but I want you to go to the page to kind of see it. You know, I want you to have to kind of go on the page, give it some traffic, and then watch the trailer. It is really good. Plus, it's me just stealing their content, basically, if I do that. So you can take a look at screenshots here. I mean, there is more details here on this game than I've seen on pretty much any Kickstarter page. It's definitely a very well done project here. And so we'll go over these in a second. But first, I just want to take a look at some of these just shots of the game, right? So 25 to 30, this is estimated, right? Stretch goals will obviously modify these as they go, but currently the minimum planned, it looks like, is 25 to 30 hours with 40 plus optional plus endgame content, meaning like quests and all kinds of different stuff. You know, vast world, turn-based counters, actually turn-based battles with no random encounters. That's actually huge. Craft and upgrading weapons, so a bunch of good stuff. You can see here, visual style is very cool. It's very good. These are some of the stretch goals. The ones I'm excited for are anytime a new arena rush mode. I'm very excited for this. Super bosses. I'm big on content, right? Like, yes, it's cool that, you know, getting Brazilian and Portuguese localization is great. Animated cutscenes is great. I like that, but I'm very excited for like new content. So here are some of the community goals you could do. So even if you can't financially support this game, you know, and you want to get it, you know, but you still want to support it, you can support it in a bunch of ways. Obviously, being a Kickstarter backer, that is financial support. But even then, you could wishlist it on Steam. You could join the Discord. You could go to the follow their Twitter or X followers. Launch day, pin post, retweets. So that's going to be the launch day of this thing, obviously. And then YouTube subscribers, you can subscribe to their YouTube. I don't have that right there. Well, I'll try to look it up and put a link down below as well to their channel. But you can see here, you're going to unlock additional stuff just for supporting the game in other ways. So don't think money is the only way you can support this game. Remember, the most important thing for any video game is that it has a bunch of eyes on it. I mean, money is probably the most important thing, but, you know, pretty much tied is a lot of people got to see it. So as long as we get the word of mouth out there and a lot of people could see this, it's going to be really good. It's going to be good for the game. So let's take a look. There's another screenshot down here. I mean, like, look at all this stuff. This is just so visually beautiful. You can actually wishlist it on Steam. So we're going to pull up the Steam page here as well. But yeah, no random encounters, right? The enemies are on the world map. So you could think of a Chrono Cross kind of vibe, although Chrono Cross kind of had hidden random encounters. This game doesn't look like it does, but yeah, world map, then traversal inside of it. And look at this combat. This is obviously like a very rainy, kind of dark area, but I love this kind of the vibe shifts, right? You have these bright, vibrant, cool, big attacks with fancy, like flashy animations. And then you've got the rain effects. I'm a big fan of rain effects. Look how cool this stuff looks, man. I mean, I could go over the visuals of the game, but the point is there's no demo that I could play right now or anything. So this is kind of what I have to go off of. But if you take a look at the Steam page here, right, you get to see a lot more stuff, right? It looks like it's going to be primarily 3-player combats. Maybe you'll get more. I believe you have up to 6 party members. As far as mechanics, like, who knows what's going to change. But the game's got personality. I've seen a lot of like Kickstarters for like RPGs and stuff like this. So this one really does stand out in terms of its quality. And it's going to be really high quality. One, that's fucking badass. But it's going to be high quality because they have this much of the game to show, and they still have a long development time ahead of them. All right, so I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The game's not going to be out for a while. Under the fact, you can see here, it looks like they have a safe estimate of the first quarter of 2028. So that's about 3 years from now. And this is why I'm saying it's important to plant seeds that you'll sow later. Yes, I understand that you're like, oh, but I'm buying something I don't get for 3 years. But supporting games like this that are high quality, again, on Kickstarter, you got to be careful, right? But when you're confident in a game and you really want to see something made, this is how you support it, right? This is the time to put your money where your mouth is, to show support. And when games like this become popular, look at Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley basically spawned a whole genre. Like, yes, there was always Harvest Moon and stuff, but Stardew Valley was so popular that they've made 6,000 more, comfy farming style games. So if games like this, games like Chained Echoes, if they keep getting popular and they keep doing well because they're high quality games, we'll get more and more of them. So I do think it is important to actually support the stuff that you're passionate about, which is why I support things like Hymn to the Earless Gods. This guy made I was actually the first supporter on this game. I was supporter number 1. But the guy that is making this game, Casey, he also made Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass, which is one of my all-time favorite games here on Steam. This is not directly connected to this game, but again, I just want to I want to prove that I'm not just asking you to spend your money, that I will be part of this as well. I am going to myself get so this is the game, Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass. This is also made by Hymn of the Earless Gods, so I knew his quality, so I supported this. This game I've seen so much on already that I have a ton of confidence. And I'm actually going to be going, I'll tell you what tier we get to. Let's go ahead and read over the tiers. So the very first one here is the Early Bird Special. So I believe this is for the first 500 people. Boom. Maybe I could zoom this out just a little bit. Let's go control back. The first 500 people or the first 24 hours, I believe. So I think you have to get in within 24 hours if I had to believe the rules correct. I don't know for sure. But yeah, estimated 2028. And then, you get it basically for cheap. It includes digital copy of the game, access to the backer exclusive demo and beta test, plus 2 more. This is a preview of the page. Yes, I have early access to this, but I'm not sponsored. I just said, I told them, I reached out that I want to make a video and that if I could get early access to the page. I don't even have access to like the game or anything, right? It's just the page here. So this is the same tier, but this is the $25 one, which is unlimited. So early bird special and then unlimited, where you're getting the game. This one will give you for $30, you get the original soundtrack. So it will actually there is a little bit of I wonder if it's here. Let me find it really quick. So this one might even be a little bit easier to kind of explain it. So let's go through it this way. So you got the digital collector's tier as well at $60. For those who want it all, 2 digital copies of the game, a digital copy of the limited edition retro mini guide. So this is going to be, we'll look at that as well. HD wallpapers, art pack, exclusive role in our Discord server, and access to the exclusive demo beta test. So these are all considered like the collector's tiers or the retro collector tiers. So there are basically 3 different tiers. Okay, so this is the first set of tiers. You could choose which one of them you want. But once you get to the premium tiers, so you can see here, all the basic tier rewards can be customized through add-ons. So you can these are going to be relatively modular as well. But once you get the premium tiers, you will also get all of this above, right? So if you buy this one, you're not getting like a second copy of the game or anything like that. But when you buy any one of these 3, you are going to be getting all of this up here, including the retro collectors, the physical mini guide. So you can either have it so you show up, you have a special message, which is going to be on like a tombstone, book, a note on a dead body. Choice is yours, $150 there. Wanted poster, this one seems really cool. So you get all the stuff below, but you get like a wanted poster. This is what I'm getting. I'm going to get a statue. I'm going to have a statue of a Purplatypus, hopefully. We'll see how the colors work, if it has to be a certain thing. But basically, there will be a Hall of Heroes, and you will be able to get what's above and also your statue. Now, this one is going to be more for people with more disposable income than myself, is the ultra premium tiers. So first thing here is we don't need to go over all of them. You can kind of read what they are, but The highlight here is if you buy any one of these, you get to pick one of these premium tiers to go with it. And of course, you get all of this up here. So you're going to get all of these. You get to pick one of these 3 that you want. And then you get to also do this. Create an NPC. Create an NPC plus a house interior. Create a side quest. Create a mini boss. Create a super boss. And then create an Easter egg. They emphasize here, when I read it, is this can be an entire, like, area, basically. I'm sure it's not like a full explorable map and like dungeon and stuff, but like you'll probably be able to go into like a big room, and this entire room is going to be, I don't know, SpongeBob SquarePants, although, you know, probably not that, because I'm sure licensing. But the point is, there's going to be Easter eggs. You're going to be able to put in your very own Easter egg, which is very cool. So something I want to emphasize about the game as well is that there's going to be a big overworld, and there's even going to be like fast travel points around. There's going to be side quests and all kinds of content in the game. It's all planned for it. So, and I'm hoping with like super bosses and stuff that there'll be a nice difficult mode. In fact, I hope one of the stretch goals here is going to be a difficult, like I want an extra hard mode. If I have a suggestion, that's what I'm looking for. I want a kick you in the balls mode that you're like, oh, damn, that's difficult. So let's not spoil the story and the characters and stuff like that. We'll let you look at it. But one thing I want to show is that there's going to be a really cool mini guide here, right? 30 pages of original artwork. An official player's guide. This is just a cool little collectible. I really like it. This is the kind of stuff that makes Kickstarter super fun, that you get to have like little things like this. But also, I don't know if you noticed this because I haven't said it yet, but they're going to have a guy producing that worked on the music for he's going to compose. And he worked in the Secret of Mana series. I won't lie, I'm not super familiar with the Secret of Mana series, but I know that they've got good music. But this is what I'm really excited about. Chained Echoes is arguably the greatest game ever made. I genuinely think it's one of the greatest games ever made. And Eddie, who worked on it, is going to be a guest composer, which is so cool. Chained Echoes had some badass music. So this is what I'm saying. I believe this is also going to be on the front page of like Kickstarter. This game has a lot of hype. It's got support from really, really talented people. That's got a lot of content to show already, right? A lot of proof of concept. It's got big goals. It's got tons of ways to support it, both financially, not financially. And yes, I'll admit, it's going to take a little bit of work to get there, okay? But if you want the job to be done right, and you want the game to be really good, and if you want a potentially incredible game to be the greatest game it could be, this is our time. This is why I support projects like this, and why I both financially support it, and I'm going to support it with my time by making a YouTube video on it. So I would highly encourage you to check it out, see if this is a game that vibes with something that you're interested in, and consider covering it. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching this. Best of luck to, well, I mean, honestly, Seed of Nostalgia, I don't think you need luck, but I'm going to give you the best of luck anyway. And yeah, I'm excited to see how this Kickstarter goes. Anyway, guys, that's all for this one. Much love. Purplatypus is Purplatypus. I'll see you on the flip-flops. Don't forget to check the description for all the necessary links and whatnot. Bye!
On the rise, watch the views go.